What's good, fish heads, and welcome in to another reptile video for y'all today. Today I'm showing you how I built this epic waterfall terrarium. Here we go. To start things off, we have the false bottom. Took this aquarium crate and I cut off a little bit that would be the pond section, and then put aquarium filter on top, creating a false bottom that will allow water to pass through. That took great stuff. Don't worry about the shoddy, great stuff work. I added more to fill in all the gaps. This was the first bit. And as you can see right here, this is the pump tower going all the way down to the bottom where the water will flow. Took a nice piece of cork bark and put it up against it. Really hides it well, and you'll never know that there is a water pump underneath it at all. Once I got it lined up exactly how I wanted, I took some more great stuff, expanding foam, and got it locked in place, and also made it so nothing could get through. Got a piece of grape wood right here, and it's going to act as a bridge over the water feature area, or the little pond area down at the bottom. I also have the piece of spider wood you can see there in the middle, really as the centerpiece of the hardscape. Once I siliconed everything in place, I added in more great stuff to fill in the gaps. Also pieces of cork bark that I will use for the plants, and another piece of grape wood at the top there to really add in a nice basking spot for the reptile. Here's some of the rocks that I've used for the waterfall feature that will flow down into the pond. This was definitely the most time consuming and tedious part, but it turned out really, really well. And that's kind of my base piece there. And then stacked up the rest of the rock all the way up to the pump house right there, where I would have a piece of 1/4 inch tubing flowing all the way down into it. Got my holy trinity of cocoa fiber, forest moss, and sphagnum moss for the substrate and for the side of the terrarium. The cocoa fiber and forest moss had to get wet first. But yeah, got it soaking, and while it's soaked, I went ahead and carved all of the great stuff back. Obviously got to do that to get it to stick. And once I got it all mixed up in my 5-gallon bucket, I added it to the sides of the terrarium and to the bottom. How I did that was a little bit of silicone in an area, spread it out. Once I got it all spread out in one certain area, as you can see right here, got it good gooey mixed up and all over the backdrop. I would take a little bit of my trifecta mix and just dab it on like so, and did that through the entire terrarium, and this is what it looked like. And boom, this is what it looks like on the first side. As you saw from the intro video, that was taken about 3 weeks after this video and 2 weeks after the reptile living in there. Everything's holding up pretty good, and it blends in because that trifecta is also what's the substrate. Here's what it looked like before I vacuumed it off. Really nice. Absolutely love this. And it also holds in humidity really well. Keep my humidity at about 60 to 80%. It's now time to start tacking on the waterfall feature. Here it is. I also use great stuff to really hold it in place. And I know it looks weird now, but just trust the process right here. You can see a little tube there. And I also took more rock and built up the sides of it. So now it's starting to really be able to hide the hardware. And also I took our mix of moss and cocoa fiber, took a little bit of silicone and put it all along where you see the great stuff. So it looked really natural. And this is what it looked like towards the end. Make sure there are no cracks because the water will leak. Just cover it with that good old sphagnum moss mix and you are good to go. The quartz at the bottom really adds a nice reflection, and I also opened up the bottom, as you can see, for a little bit more pond area. I wanted it to make sense why there was quartz mixed in with the rock feature, so I took extra quartz and put it along the bottom to make it look like a quartz mine. I added in 3 different kinds of pothos and bromeliad there at the bottom. Love this. Thought this was going to be what would look like finished up, But what I did not account for was a little bit more climbing opportunities for my reptile, which I do provide. I'll show you that here in a little bit. For the bottom of the pond, I've got some topsoil and some sand that I mixed up because I do plan on adding some plants there into the bottom. For my top layer, just some good old river pebbles. Loved how this turned out. Very simple, just soil, sand, and rocks. Then I filled up the bottom with water. Actually used the automatic top-off system to easily get it from the 5-gallon bucket into the terrarium without messing anything up. Plugged in the pump, and here is the waterfall. Holy cow. Just absolutely love this. Not bad for my first build. If you like what I've done here, make sure you like and subscribe. This is my first one. Plan on doing many more builds coming up very soon. Really happy with how this one turned out. Time to add in the first organisms, and it's these 2 snails. Check them out. They're actually doing really well in there, eating all the algae, keeping everything clean. So you can see I added in my golden ribbons. They did not do too well, end up moving them, but that false lucky bamboo done really good. Had a little bit of mold at first, but let my isopods and my springtails do their job. And here we are, the star of the show, Smokey, my Cuban false chameleon. I am in love with her, ladies and gentlemen. She is a beaut. She is eating phenomenally. This is her going in for the first time. And you see, she kind of struggled a little bit, but she's gotten stronger. She climbs up and down this spider wood like a champ now. I'm going to show y'all some videos momentarily, but here she is, the queen of her terrarium. And here we go. This is 3 weeks after that. As you can see, Smokey doing absolutely phenomenal. Stick around, show some videos of her eating at the very end. But yeah, she's looking great. My plants, not the best. Wish they were looking a little bit better, but Vermiliad's doing great. Oh, it looks like she's on the move here. What's she gonna do? Oh, showing all of her athletic ability. But also wanted to show y'all, I got these, this stick, this one, the one she's on right now, and this one down here at the bottom. I actually just got these taking Marshman for a walk. Wash them down with a hose and then put them in the oven. 250 for like 30 minutes just to kill everything on it. But yeah, here she is. She is so cool. Also, sure y'all want to know about the lighting. Single dome 60-watt heat lamp here, and then UVB. Perfect. All you need for them lighting wise. Basking spot, keep the at about 93, 94 degrees down at where she's at. It's about 84, 85, kind of on the warm side. Down here gets to about 72. And also a very handleable lizard. I mean, look at her. Obviously very chill. Y'all probably seen her on my TikTok or shorts. Yeah, get into the light. But yeah, she is so chill, super cool. Love her, love her, love her. Highly recommend getting a Cuban false chameleon. And her feeding response is crazy. I'll show you some videos of her eating, and then make sure y'all smash the subscribe button and let me know if there's a reptile y'all like me to get soon. I have a few on my mind. Obviously I'm thinking about a bearded dragon. I'm thinking about just biting the bullet. Hey, just get one. Smokey and the Bandit right here. Got Bandit. Make sure you go watch the video on his terrarium build. Whoa, he's awesome. Collar lizards are so cool. But so are Cuban false chameleon. She is super chill. Let's get her going back in her habitat. Oh, no, see? Like, I'm giving her the opportunity to go back, like, into her favorite spot. Now she's slowly going. But like you see, she enjoys being on the hand, enjoys being handled. Awesome. Almost a year old. Beautiful girl. She actually laid an egg for me recently. Obviously, it was not fertile. But, yeah, here's some videos of her eating. Make sure y'all subscribe. Love y'all. God bless.